Imagine waking up tomorrow, feeling empowered, connected to something far bigger than yourself, and realizing that you are no longer bound by the limiting beliefs that have kept you from financial abundance. The number one barrier between you and the wealth you deserve isn't the economy, the job market, or even your skills. It's your mind. What if I told you there are 3 simple numbers you can write on your hand that will change everything? In this journey, we'll unlock the secrets of these numbers, how they impact your reality, and why they can help you transform your financial destiny. Before we dive into the life-changing numbers that hold the key to a transformative shift in your financial reality, let's take a moment to understand the very fabric of existence, the field that governs all of reality. This isn't just abstract philosophy or metaphysical thinking, but scientific fact. Everything in our universe, including money, operates within an intricate system governed by energy and frequency. This concept isn't something pulled from speculative thought, but something deeply rooted in the principles of physics, particularly the groundbreaking work of Einstein. Einstein's famous equation, energy equals mass times the speed of light squared, teaches us that matter is essentially energy. In other words, when matter accelerates to the speed of light, it becomes pure energy. This isn't a metaphor. It's a scientifically proven principle that helps us understand the fluid and ever-changing nature of the universe. Now, what if I told you that everything in this universe, including money and your financial situation, operates on this very energy principle? What if the state of your finances is simply a reflection of the energy you emit and receive? Our reality is not as fixed or rigid as it may seem at first glance. At the quantum level, time and space dissolve. Past, present, and future all coexist simultaneously in what we call the quantum field. This quantum field is a realm of infinite possibilities, where everything is interconnected. When you align yourself with the right frequency, the conditions of scarcity, lack, and limitation begin to dissolve. This field of infinite potential responds to the energy you emit. This understanding of the quantum field is transformative because it allows you to see that the life you experience, financially and otherwise, is not determined by fixed, external circumstances. Instead, it is deeply influenced by your personal energy, which can shift, change, and realign at any moment. This is where the power of frequency and intention comes into play. The 3 numbers that we'll discuss are more than just digits. They represent shifts in your energy field that will allow you to unlock new levels of abundance and financial flow. Imagine that you are a frequency receiver, constantly sending out energy into the universe and simultaneously receiving energy from it. Just like a radio that can tune into different stations, your energy is constantly in tune with certain frequencies. When your energy is aligned with the right frequency, you tap into the flow of abundance. It's as if you're tuning into the station that broadcasts wealth, opportunities, and prosperity. However, when you're operating from old, disordered patterns, fear, worry, doubt, or limiting beliefs, your energy becomes disorganized. This disarray prevents you from attracting what you truly deserve. These old patterns, much like old memories, are stored in your energy field and unconscious mind. They create a form of frozen energy that locks you into repetitive cycles of scarcity and limitation. This energy needs to be reorganized so that it can resonate with higher frequencies, ones that align with abundance, prosperity, and success. To reorganize this energy, you must first raise your level of consciousness. This doesn't mean you need to meditate for hours on end, although meditation can certainly help. What it means is that you need to elevate your awareness to a state where you can begin to perceive the world from a higher perspective. This higher state of awareness has the power to change the patterns in your energy field. When you change the pattern in your energy, the universe, being interconnected and responsive, begins to respond accordingly. And this brings us to the first number, which is not just a number but a key that unlocks the transformation of your financial reality. It is the number 1. Now, grab a pen and write the number 1 on your hand. Whenever you see this number, use it as a trigger to remind yourself that you are deeply connected to the flow of abundance. This is not something you need to chase, hunt down, or force into being. It is already within you. In the quantum field, there is no separation between you and wealth. Wealth is not some distant entity you have to work tirelessly to obtain. It is an extension of the energy that flows through you. The only thing keeping wealth at a distance is your perception of separation. You might be wondering, but I've worked hard and still haven't manifested the financial results I want. This is a common experience for many people, but it's not about working harder or trying more forcefully. It's about adjusting your perception and raising your energy to a point where you begin to truly embody the understanding that wealth is already a part of you. The moment you feel deeply connected to the flow of abundance, it begins to effortlessly materialize in your life. The more you focus on this connection, the more opportunities and financial flows seem to appear, almost as if by magic. This is where the power of the number 1 lies. It symbolizes your ability to align with the energy of abundance, to acknowledge that wealth is not something out there waiting for you to find. Instead, it's a frequency that you can access at any time. By recognizing that you are already connected to this flow, you change your frequency, and in doing so, you unlock new pathways to financial prosperity. Let's take a practical example. Imagine you're feeling stuck financially. Bills are piling up, and no matter what you do, it feels like you're swimming against the current. This is when the number 1 becomes especially powerful. The next time you feel this way, pause for a moment and place your hand over the number 1 on your palm. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, I am connected to the flow of abundance. Wealth is a part of me. As you do this, visualize yourself surrounded by the energy of abundance. Imagine the financial opportunities that are already available to you, just waiting to be claimed. What's happening in this moment is that you're recalibrating your energy field. You're shifting from a state of lack and limitation to a state of abundance and possibility. This simple act of connecting to the energy of abundance changes your vibration. Over time, as you repeat this practice, you'll start noticing that financial opportunities, whether it's a new job offer, unexpected income, or even a shift in your mindset, begin to appear more readily. The more consistently you align yourself with this frequency, the more the universe begins to respond. You see, the energy you emit is not just a passive force. It's an active one that shapes your reality. The more you align with abundance, the more abundance will align with you. And this all begins with the simple, yet profound, act of recognizing your connection to the flow of wealth. Now, let's take this a step further. The number 1 represents not just connection, but unity. At a deeper level, the concept of abundance transcends financial wealth alone. Abundance is a state of being that encompasses every aspect of your life: health, relationships, creativity, and more. By writing 1 on your hand, you are reminding yourself that you are unified with the energy that governs the entire universe. This means that abundance is not something you attract from outside of yourself, but rather something that is already inside of you, waiting to be unlocked. This is why it's essential to begin by recognizing the unity between yourself and abundance. As you make this realization, your energy shifts. You start to feel more open, more capable, and more aligned with the flow of opportunities. And this openness, this alignment, is what ultimately allows wealth and prosperity to manifest. You may start to notice that your relationships become more harmonious, your health improves, and your creativity flows more freely. When your energy is aligned with abundance, you are not just attracting financial wealth, but the fullness of life in all its forms. This holistic view of abundance empowers you to step into a state of thriving rather than simply surviving. The journey toward financial prosperity and abundance doesn't require a radical change overnight. It's about adjusting your frequency, becoming more connected with the energy around you, and understanding that wealth and success are not distant, elusive goals. They are already a part of you. By recognizing the first key, connection to abundance, you unlock a new way of being that allows your financial reality to shift effortlessly. Now that we've explored the first number, let's dive into the second, the number 2. This number, written on your hand, represents emotional mastery, the ability to take control over your emotional state, regardless of external conditions or circumstances. Emotional mastery is a critical component of success and abundance in any area of life, and that includes your financial life. It's a principle that's often overlooked in the pursuit of wealth, but it's one of the most powerful tools you can harness to change the trajectory of your financial future. Emotions are not just spontaneous reactions to the world around us. They are powerful signals that communicate with your body and your environment. Every emotion you feel sends a message to the energy field surrounding you, essentially broadcasting a frequency to the universe. Think of it as sending out a signal. When you're feeling emotions such as fear, scarcity, or frustration, you're broadcasting a frequency that repels abundance. On the other hand, when you consciously choose to feel emotions like gratitude, joy, and love, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of wealth. Your emotional state becomes the blueprint that shapes your reality. Let's dig deeper into how emotions influence the world around us. Emotions are not just abstract feelings. They have a biological impact that extends far beyond the moment you feel them. In fact, emotions are the energy signals that govern the way our body reacts to external stimuli. They can either empower or disempower us, depending on how we choose to respond to them. For example, when you feel fear or anxiety, your body releases stress hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones trigger a fight or flight response, preparing your body for a perceived threat. The problem arises when this state becomes chronic, creating a constant state of stress and imbalance within your body. Over time, prolonged emotional stress can lead to physical ailments, weak immune function, and even changes in gene expression that negatively affect your health and overall well-being. On the other hand, when you consciously choose to elevate your emotional state, you begin to activate different hormones, like oxytocin and serotonin, which promote feelings of well-being and connection. These positive emotions help shift your energy field, making you more receptive to abundance. In other words, when you feel good, you are energetically aligning yourself with success. This concept of emotional mastery is not just about thinking positively. It's about intentionally choosing the emotional state that best supports your goals, even in challenging situations. It's about reclaiming control over how you respond to life's events rather than letting your circumstances dictate your emotional experience. This mastery is where the real transformation happens. What happens when you master your emotions? The change is nothing short of profound. No longer do you react automatically based on old, deeply ingrained patterns of lack, fear, or frustration. Instead, your body begins to align with the new story you are telling yourself. The story of someone who is worthy of abundance, success, and happiness. The power of emotional mastery lies in its ability to change the very state of your body. Your body, mind, and emotions are intimately interconnected. This means that when you change your emotional state, you are not just shifting how you feel in the moment, you are influencing the state of your physical body as well. Your genes, the very building blocks of your biology, respond to the energy you emit. Emotions, at their core, are signals to the body that initiate various biological processes. For instance, research has shown that positive emotions can stimulate the expression of certain genes that promote healing and regeneration. These positive emotions can activate stem cells, repair damaged tissues, and restore hormonal balance within the body. This is why emotional mastery is not just about feeling good. It's about creating an environment within your body that is conducive to growth, repair, and renewal. When you are in an elevated emotional state, your body experiences a shift in its internal processes. Your nervous system becomes more balanced, your immune system becomes stronger, and your overall biological systems begin to function in harmony. This is why emotional mastery can have such a profound effect on your financial situation. It not only enhances your mental and emotional well-being but also activates the very processes within your body that support prosperity and abundance. Now, let's connect this to the quantum field. We know that in the quantum realm, everything is energy, and energy is the foundation of all matter and reality. When you master your emotions, you are intentionally controlling the energy you emit. The emotions you choose to focus on send a specific frequency out into the quantum field, and this frequency has a direct influence on the energy patterns in your life. For example, when you feel emotions like love, gratitude, and joy, your energy field becomes expansive, harmonious, and receptive to abundance. These emotions resonate with the frequency of wealth, attracting opportunities, people, and circumstances that align with your desires. Conversely, negative emotions like fear, anger, or guilt create a contracted energy field that blocks the flow of abundance. These emotions act as barriers, preventing the universe from delivering the opportunities and experiences that could lead to prosperity. It's important to understand that emotions are not just passive responses to external events. They are active participants in the creation of your reality. When you are in an elevated emotional state, you are sending out a clear and powerful signal to the universe. This signal attracts experiences, opportunities, and resources that resonate with the frequency of wealth and abundance. In other words, by mastering your emotions, you become a magnet for the very things you desire. To understand how emotional mastery can impact your financial situation, we need to dive into the science behind gene expression and how it is influenced by emotions. Our genes are not static. They are dynamic, constantly turning on and off in response to environmental signals, including our emotional states. When you elevate your emotional state, your brain and body can no longer distinguish between the inner world you are creating and the outer world you are experiencing. This creates a feedback loop in which your emotions signal your genes to express themselves in ways that support healing, growth, and regeneration. Research has shown that positive emotional states can stimulate genes that suppress tumor growth, activate stem cells for tissue repair, and even balance hormones in ways that restore your body's natural rhythms. What if this same process could apply to your financial situation? What if your emotional state could trigger the gene expression necessary for creating wealth? The truth is, it can. When you are in a state of emotional mastery, you are more aligned with your purpose, your desires, and your true potential. This alignment activates the energy of abundance within you, and your emotional state becomes the key that unlocks your wealth. By consciously choosing emotions that support your vision of success, you are signaling your body and the universe to align with that vision, setting in motion a series of events that will help bring your goals into reality. So, how do you master your emotions in practical terms? It begins with awareness. The first step in emotional mastery is recognizing when you're being controlled by negative emotions such as fear, doubt, or frustration. Once you're aware of these emotions, you can take steps to shift them consciously. One powerful technique is to practice mindfulness, becoming present with your emotions without judgment. This allows you to detach from the automatic emotional reactions that may arise and instead choose how you want to feel. Another effective method is to reframe your thoughts. When you encounter a challenging situation, try to reframe it in a way that empowers you rather than drains you. For example, instead of seeing a setback as failure, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Gratitude is another powerful tool for emotional mastery. By focusing on what you are grateful for, you shift your energy from lack to abundance. Gratitude opens the heart and connects you to the flow of wealth and prosperity. Manifesting the life you desire starts with a simple yet profound truth: the power of the present moment. Everything in your life, your energy, emotions, and intentions, must be focused on now. The present is where everything happens. When you're truly present, you're able to align with the quantum field, where time and space dissolve, and all possibilities exist simultaneously. This is the magical space where you can begin to create the financial reality you desire. The essence of being present is fully engaging with the current moment, choosing to stay aware of your surroundings and your internal world. This engagement allows you to shift from a reactive state, where external factors dictate your emotions and actions, to a proactive one, where you consciously create your experience. When you're operating from a place of presence, you tap into a power that aligns your reality with your thoughts, feelings, and actions in harmony with what you truly want. In the quantum field, everything is energy vibrating at different frequencies. It's not a static world, but one full of potential. And the key to unlocking that potential lies in the present moment. When you stay present, you access a space where anything is possible. There is no fixed reality. There are only infinite possibilities, all waiting for you to bring them into your experience by aligning with the right frequency. Time and space as we know them no longer apply in the quantum field. Everything exists as an energetic possibility. This is where you can tap into the full potential of the universe, allowing you to transform your life. By staying present, you align with the frequency that matches the abundant life you wish to create. The more you stay present, the more you can influence the energy around you and, consequently, shape your reality. In practical terms, staying present is like tuning into the right station on a radio. When you're distracted by worries about the past or future, you're tuning into frequencies that aren't aligned with your desires. But when you focus on the present, you naturally align with the frequency of abundance. In this space, your energy can reorganize itself, new patterns can emerge, and you can begin to create the financial reality you've always desired. When you are fully present, three key elements work together to help you manifest your desires. Energy. Your energy is a reflection of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Being present helps you observe your energy and realign it when it drifts away from your desires. Whether it's positive or negative, your energy is powerful, and staying grounded in the now allows you to choose the energy you emit. Emotion. Emotions are powerful indicators of the energy you're emitting. In the present moment, you can consciously choose to embrace positive emotions like gratitude, joy, and love. These emotions align your vibrational frequency with abundance and help you attract what you desire. The key is recognizing that your emotions are not just reactions to the outside world. They are signals that guide your energy toward your goals. Intention. When you're present, your intention becomes crystal clear. Without presence, intentions can feel scattered and vague, but in the present moment, your intentions become laser-focused. You send a direct signal to the universe, instructing it to organize itself in ways that align with your desires. Focused intentions magnify the power of your energy and emotion, accelerating your ability to manifest. These three elements, energy, emotion, and intention, work together in harmony when you're present. By aligning them, you can amplify your ability to manifest your desires and bring your financial goals into reality. Resistance often arises when we challenge old beliefs or step out of our comfort zone. It manifests as fear, doubt, and anxiety, keeping us from taking action or moving forward. But being present allows you to overcome this resistance. Presence provides the space to observe these emotions without judgment. You can witness fear or doubt without getting entangled in it. This awareness creates the opportunity to release old patterns that no longer serve you and make space for new, abundant ones to emerge. Through presence, you become empowered to interrupt negative thought cycles and realign with your desires. This is especially important when you face moments of self-doubt or fear. Instead of reacting automatically, presence gives you the power to choose a new way of thinking, one that supports your goals, your growth, and your transformation. Presence creates a gap between stimulus and response, and within that gap lies your power to shift your thoughts, emotions, and actions. To see lasting transformation in your life, you must commit to practicing presence every single day. The numbers 1 for connection, 2 for emotional mastery, and 3 for clear intention act as reminders that, when combined, can lead to powerful shifts in your energy and your financial reality. By focusing on the present moment, you can realign your energy, elevate your emotions, and focus your intentions on what you truly want. This doesn't require grand gestures. It's about the consistent, small shifts you make in your thoughts and actions. When you commit to being present, you begin to shift your internal world. And as a result, your external world begins to shift as well. The more present you are, the more you will begin to notice subtle shifts in your life. Opportunities that once seemed impossible will appear. You'll find yourself thinking differently, seeing possibilities where you once saw obstacles. You'll become aware of patterns in your behavior, and you'll be able to break free from those that no longer serve you. And most importantly, as you align with the present moment, your connection to abundance will grow stronger, attracting wealth and success naturally into your life. Throughout history, we've seen countless stories of people who have transformed their lives by shifting their energy, mastering their emotions, and setting clear intentions. These are not just abstract concepts. They are real-world practices that have led people to financial freedom and success. Individuals have gone from struggling with crippling debt to launching successful businesses. Others have experienced sudden breakthroughs in their careers, attracting opportunities they never thought possible. The most incredible part of these transformations? They don't take years. These changes often happen within days or even hours as individuals shift their energy and align themselves with the present moment. It's the power of being present that unlocks the door to abundance, and when you start operating from this space, the universe responds. What's fascinating about these stories is that the process of change isn't a slow or linear one. People can begin experiencing massive shifts in a very short amount of time when they commit to being present, realign their emotions, and set focused intentions. The present moment has the power to reshape your reality, and when you fully engage with it, you open yourself up to a new realm of possibilities.